Thick Ross, James Harden.
Yeah, I was waiting on him.
That's what the people are calling James Harden after this picture went viral.
Damn.
How can you go from...
Bro, nigga done ate way too many big backs, bro. I said Rick Ross early, but this the real nigga that look like Rick Ross. I ain't gonna lie. Bro.
a top player?
Yo, what is up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's the one himself, Go to J-Lo. And I'm back with another video. And today we got NBA players that let themselves go. And I ain't gonna lie. Shoot. This nigga getting groovy. I ain't gonna lie. Shoot, you see him. He's looking at the food and all that, bro. Shoot, getting down. Shoot, but let's see how these NBA players reacted. But first off, before I get into it, I want to say shout out to my newest subscriber, bro, Elijah Morgan. I surely appreciate you, bro. Like, you don't even know how much that mean to me, but enough of that sentimental stuff. Let's get right into the video, bro.
From eating your way out of the league to becoming an armed robber, these are the NBA players who let themselves go. Recently, Zion's become one of the biggest names in basketball, but if he doesn't get it together soon, he won't be in the NBA for much longer. In high school, Zion was in peak condition, weighing 175 pounds and was a highlight every...
Nigga, 175? Bro, that nigga a grown man's man in high school.
Night. But within just a couple of years, Zion gained 110 pounds, ballooning up to 285 and only 6'6". This guy is a pro athlete with a 32.8 BMI. That is clinically obese. By the time Zion made it to college, this crazy weight gain started causing problems. During a game against North Carolina, Zion got the ball and drove to the hoop like he's done a million times. But as soon as he powered into the paint, his foot exploded right through his shoe, injuring his knee. This was the moment that it became clear that Zion's weight was an issue. Being 285 pounds...
Bro, the nigga, shoot, he weighed probably as much as a car, damn near, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, he could fly through the air like Jordan, but a lot of people were worried that if Zion doesn't get in shape, he'll have a career full of injuries. And throughout his first year in the NBA, things only got worse. Zion showed up to the NBA bubble in the worst shape he's ever been in. A top 3 heaviest player in the league at nearly 300 pounds and only 6'6". Only one other player in NBA history was around that weight and height, Robert Traylor. And he was also destined to be a star. But Robert's size ruined his career and life when he died at only 34 from a heart attack in 2011. Fast forward to 2020, and Zion's facing similar issues. He sat out more than half of the season. Then when he did play, he was struggling to catch his breath and keep up. And you know NBA Twitter didn't take this lightly. All I know is there's no way Zion can keep playing at this weight. And if he doesn't fix it soon, his career is going to be over. But
Zion then turned into a mini Rick Ross. I ain't gonna lie, he hit that.
Zion isn't the only young player in the league struggling. At 19 years old, Markelle Fultz was a top name in the country and destined to be a star. But his career was ruined within weeks of making it to the NBA. Yeah. In college, Markelle didn't show much weakness. Dropping 23 points per game, Markelle was literally doing better than Michael Jordan at that age. So it's no surprise that he was drafted number 1 in 2018 to the 76ers. What could go wrong? Heading into training camp, everything was going according to plan. But when Markelle showed up, something seemed odd. Markelle was shooting from his chest rather than above his head like he did in college. And when he was asked why, Markelle said, "It feels like someone's holding my arms down." It turns out that weeks before, Markelle started getting a mysterious shoulder pain that left him unable to lift his arms over his head. So he decided to change his jump shot up. But when Markelle started practicing this new form, it looked like he forgot how to shoot the ball entirely. Like, what is he even doing here? He went from 23 points a game in college to...
I ain't even know you could do a free throw at the... I ain't even know you could do a pump fake at the free throw line. That's what I was trying to say. Shoot, he hit that. You know what I'm saying?
13 points a game in the NBA. It was completely embarrassing. This man was trying everything, literally anything to try to find a rhythm again. But nothing was working, and this mysterious issue started getting worse. No player in history dealt with this problem before, and no doctors were able to give him an answer either. Philly let Markelle change his jump shot multiple times, and they gave him months to practice. But he was never able to become that third piece alongside Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid that the 76ers were looking for. So Philly had no choice. They traded Markelle away because they couldn't deal with it anymore. And years later, no one has an answer for what's going on with Markelle. Even with the Magic, he still couldn't shoot the basketball like he used to. And now, things just got a whole lot worse. Coming into 2021, Markelle just signed a $50 million deal and was on a mission to prove everyone wrong. But just 2 weeks later, he suffered the worst injury of his NBA career, a torn ACL. Everyone knew it was bad right when he fell to the floor, and it was announced Markelle was done for the season. From being a top player in the draft to his career being ruined, I don't know if he's going to be able to recover from this. And it's starting.
I wouldn't say it's ruined, bro. It's just going to take a lot of hard work to get back to get to where he should be, bro. That's all it is, bro. Just another roadblock, and that's how people gotta see situations. Just another roadblock. Not keep pushing, but use it as motivation.
Starting to become a trend for young stars to deal with issues like this. Luka Doncic in his third NBA season is already a superstar, but following his incredible performance in the bubble, fans and critics are noticing that there's something going wrong. Luka came into the league as a scrawny kid from Europe, and he's since tried to put on some weight so, he can bang with the big guys in the NBA. But I think he might have taken this a bit too far. During the NBA preseason, fans noticed Luka is looking a lot heavier than usual, and of course, they started mocking the poor guy on Twitter. Pictures came out where
damn, bruh. I can just tell from this angle that he gained hella weight. I ain't gonna lie, bruh. The nigga back built like a refrigerator. I ain't gonna cap to you.
Luka was noticeably fatter than last year, and he instantly turned into a meme. Even Luka's trainer clowned him, saying he's not in the best shape. It was reported that Luka spent the hiatus from the NBA binge watching Netflix, playing video games, and eating all day. Luka was expected to become an MVP this year, but adding on extra pounds won't make it any easier. Reporters then asked Luka about his weight gain, and he said, "People on Twitter say stuff, but it's true, I'm not in my best shape. Never been a muscular guy, so what can I say?" While Luka's situation isn't the worst, he needs to get it under control, or he will end up ruining his career, like this next guy. Isaiah Thomas at 5'9" has always had to use his confidence to succeed in the NBA, but it looks like his arrogance may have been his downfall. While playing for Boston, he averaged nearly 30 points per game. It looked like he was becoming a star in the NBA. But fast forward to
I wouldn't say his arrogance led to his downfall. I ain't gonna lie, but I'll get into it when
21. No team has wanted him in years. Well, when you demand money you haven't earned, that can cause problems that you didn't see coming. Isaiah's downfall started as soon as he said he deserved a $100 million plus contract. From this point on, things were never the same for Isaiah. He suffered an injury in the postseason, and despite saying he'd get back to his old ways, things went different than he planned.
That injury is what caused that, bro. I don't think he would have gotten $100 million, but he definitely got a high contract, bro. It's just that the injury is what messed him up badly. I ain't gonna lie.
Many felt like he was only a star because of the Celtics system, and Isaiah let his ego get the best of him. He was traded to the Cavs, forced to sit out half of the season because of injury, and it was clear he was no longer a superstar. Isaiah couldn't explode like he used to, he couldn't shoot, his confidence was gone. So no teams really believed in him the way Boston did, and he was shipped to the Lakers before needing hip surgery. Isaiah kept promising the world that he was grinding and getting back to his all-star ways, but he seemed like a shell of his former self. He's recently gotten opportunities with the Nuggets, Wizards, and Clippers, but after being released from LA this last time, it's pretty much over for Isaiah's career. But the bright side is, at least he didn't become an armed robber like this next NBA player. Imagine going from an NBA star to an armed robber. Robert Swift's career took a turn no one saw coming. In high school and college, Robert was doing things not many players could do. 18 points and 15 rebounds a game. So it was obvious this man was going to be a top pick in the NBA. But being 7 feet tall and barely 200 pounds, Robert's family felt that he wasn't ready for the pros yet. But Robert didn't care. He declared for the draft anyways and was the 12th pick by the Sonics, where he signed a $4.4 million deal. But not long into his career, it was obvious that Robert made a huge mistake. He only lasted 16 games during his rookie season and literally didn't even average a single point per game.
Shoot, you should have had several seats, bruh. Only 0.0. Shoot, hey, I ain't gonna lie. I think I at least, give me a good 3 points per game. You know what I'm saying?
Knee injuries were completely destroying his ability, and despite having surgeries, the knee issues kept happening. Robert was expected to become a face of the NBA, but because of the knee problems, he didn't even last 100 games. His life was falling apart before our eyes, and people around him didn't make the situation any better. Robert was too generous with his money, helping people with new cars, college tuition, and more. So when Robert was cut from the NBA after spending the majority of his money, everyone disappeared and things got ugly. Robert fell completely out of shape, developed addictions, and became an alcoholic.
And that's why as an NBA player, y'all can't really bank on always being an NBA player, because I think the average life expectancy for NBA players is only like a couple years, like maybe a year, just something like that. The average life expectancy, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, bruh, not life expectancy, but y'all know what I mean, bruh. That's why y'all gotta have backup plans, bruh.
It got so bad that he neglected his friends, family, and child support payments, so the bank foreclosed his house. No one heard from Robert for a long time, and when people came to check on him, he was gone. A camera crew made their way into his home to look for clues, and that's when it was discovered that Robert was not okay. Bullet holes in the wall, garbage piled up, bugs everywhere. It was the most disgusting home you can imagine. And to think an NBA player worth millions lived like this. No phone calls, no text messages. No one had any idea where Robert ran off to until the police got a call in 2014. They got an anonymous tip that crimes were being committed in a local home. And in this house was a notorious dealer the cops wanted an excuse to bust. So the SWAT team pulled up, busted in the door, and surprisingly found Robert in the house as well. The home was filled with contraband, so of course Robert was arrested. And life didn't get much better for him after this, committing crimes like home invasions, robberies.
I wonder is this video actually him, bruh. That's
crazy. And more. Robert never turned the situation around. Yeah, life doesn't get much more downhill for a pro athlete than that. Or does it? Latrell Spreewell is a 4-time NBA All-Star who had all the potential in the world to become a Hall of Famer. But unfortunately, this guy let himself go in more ways than one. First off, Latrell came into the league and instantly became a star, averaging over 20 points per game with the Warriors. No one could stop him except himself. One day during practice, Coach PJ Carlissimo was watching the players closely. And Latrell was having an off day, so PJ...
Damn, I ain't know that dude was bald at one point in time, bro. He had the little ET going. He had the little, what's it called, going from himself. Sam Cassell fade, bro.
Yelled at him to make better passes. But Latrell took this criticism to heart. Latrell ran over, threatened to kill the coach, and choked him out until teammates pulled him off. Jesus. And that led to him being suspended for 68 games. But he wasn't done yet. After the suspension, Latrell was traded away, and for years, he was playing pretty well with the Knicks and Wolves. And he was doing so well that Minnesota offered him a $21 million contract extension in 2004. But Latrell decided to turn that down, saying, "I got my family to feed." I guess $21 million wasn't enough. This brought Latrell some
I was waiting for them to say that, because I remember that, bro. How you gonna say $21 million ain't enough for your family, bro?
That season ended up being the worst he ever had, and Latrell was never offered another NBA contract. But he ended up retiring with $100 million to his name. You'd think that was enough to last a lifetime. Unfortunately, within just 3 years, every dollar was gone.
Damn.
Latrell was sued by his ex-wife for $200 million, and this led to him having his yacht repossessed. He defaulted on a $1.5 million mortgage, owed millions in taxes, and more. And this all sent Latrell into bankruptcy. If only he signed that one deal, everything probably would have been different, but...
That one deal would not have saved him, man. He would have still been in the same position, bro.
He chose to let himself go instead. Thick Ross. James Harden.
Yeah, I was waiting on him.
That's what the people are calling James Harden after this picture went viral.
Damn.
How can you go from...
Bro, nigga that ate way too many big backs, bro. I said Rick Ross early, but this the real nigga that look like Rick Ross. I ain't gonna lie. Bro.
From a top player in the NBA to every fan clowning you like that. Well, it wasn't
protected.
always bad for Harden. He came into the league looking completely different. He was drafted nearly beardless and was just over 200 pounds. But he transformed his look and became the face of the Rockets. It didn't take long for Harden to become one of the league's best and most popular players. So things were going great for him, but clearly he let it get to his head. He started skipping workouts, practices. Rumors came out saying Harden was renting private jets to fly to Vegas and party in between games. One headline said that he spent over $1 million at a club in one night. There's no wonder this dude hasn't won a championship yet. You got players like LeBron training every single day, even in the offseason. Now recently, when Harden demanded a trade from the Rockets, this put all the spotlight on him. He was seen partying with Lil Baby, skipping interviews and practices. Cameras then caught him a few times looking out of shape compared to his usual self. And it led to fans comparing James to Rick Ross and Kendrick Perkins. But the bright side is, he's worth $500 million and he can still figure things out. Only time will tell. This video is actually really interesting. It's about how players got their jersey.
But shoot. Alright, man. I hope you enjoyed that reaction video, bro. Please let me know what y'all think down in the comment section below. And I'm out, bro. Let's get it.